All right, GetUp crew, Ramiro, Melissa, and Leroy. You know how Melissa still is coming in today taking guesses as to my that social media post that I put up last week. You know, being very vague about something. I think I'm going to tell our next guest the secret, because one thing that this dude doesn't do.
Yeah. Oh,
one thing that this dude does not do is tell secrets. Johnny Bartolomeo spent, quick synopsis, spent 27 years in prison because he wouldn't talk. My God, I'm telling you the secret.
All right, tell me the secret.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you.
Listen, I'll listen to them. I just won't, I just won't share them.
That's what I'm talking about right there. I just want people around Melissa to know, but know that they won't tell her.
He likes to torture me.
That's all right.
Because he knows I hate not knowing things.
Well, because what you are is literally, Melissa is, you know what Melissa would be? You ever see them old, like, 1950s Disney's movies where the birds come around, they're just singing like crazy? That would be Melissa if they were like, hey, Mel, tell us or else. She'd be like, that's what Bin Laden's. He's over there. The microfilm is over there. This guy did it. That guy. Check Leroy's pants right now.
All right, there you go.
Don't listen to him, John.
Oh my goodness, my goodness. So what's up, Johnny Bart?
Everything is great, brother.
Yeah.
Everything. I'm blessed every single day. You know that. That's just my lifestyle. Is just enjoying life every day, living it to the fullest.
Yeah.
Conditioning myself to have a great day every day, and it's really not that difficult coming from where I came from. So.
Well, I was gonna say, what's your average day like right now?
So, I mean, I have to grind out a few dollars every day, so I have to work. So I'm a recovery coach for Power Recovery, so I do that. I also have my clothing line, so I'm busy doing that, and that's pretty good. It's been consistent, so I'm blessed for that. And anything after that is a bonus. I usually try to get to a beach and walk once a day. I try to get to the gym every single day.
Nice.
Little workout, little
visit
stretching.
Colombia.
So it's so nice. So I love to do that, right? But it's so nice here.
Yeah.
This is why we live in this city. We tolerate the winter so we can enjoy this, right?
Yeah,
so we get this 90 days. I would never leave here during this 90 days. I love to be here during this weather.
Yeah. So you're going to be tomorrow. You're going to be part of that Mob Wives.
Thursday.
I'm sorry,
It's Thursday night.
Yeah. The Mob Wives sit down tour at City Winery.
Yeah.
With the Mob Wives. How did you get connected with the Mob Wives?
Okay. So first of all, I mean, as I came out of prison, Renee got in contact with me because of my story and what you prefaced it with, not telling anything, not saying anything, doing a long prison sentence. So that's how we made the connection. But you have to remember, I was in prison with a bunch of New York guys, right?
Yeah.
So Joe Ferragamo was Carla's boyfriend. I was in Fort Dix with him, right? Okay. I lived with the Lee Davanzo, who is Drita Davanzo's husband, right? I lived with him. He was my cellmate for like a year. And when the show had a big thing about Drita going to visit Lee and McKean, that was my bunkie at the time, and I remember all that. So we used to get the TV, want to watch the show. We would like commandeer the TV, make sure we were watching it, because number one, Lee's wife was on it. Plus, everybody was intrigued by it, and everybody would tell you, "Oh, we don't, do that, watch that." That's because there was kind of a break from all the guys from New York that were serious guys were like, it's all garbage, we don't advocate that, but really behind the scenes guys were like, yo, can you get my daughter on the show? Can you so there was, it's just how like reality kind of met reality television. So I seen that firsthand. So I have a serious connection with the show because of where I was, how I got there, and how I met Renee outside of prison.
How does one, and not that I ever, you hear me, God, before I ask this question, I don't want to experience this, but it's good to know just in case. How does one make friends in prison?
So, I mean, the guy, like New York, Boston, we hate each other in sports. But that killed every single day for us. We went back and forth. That was the best. That was the biggest kill time, right?
Yeah.
So, but you make friends because, guy's a serious guy. He's a good guy. Everybody knows everybody when you walk in the door.
Yeah.
Not so much in the feds, more in the state, but everybody knows everybody from a previous institution. Oh, that guy's a good guy. That guy's a good guy.
Wow.
So that's kind of how you make a camaraderie with people.
Like little kids playing sports. I played with him or I played against him.
Right. Exactly. But, kind of on that level. But, there is like a pecking order in prison,
Right.
So that's like, that guy's kind of like on the outskirts. He did this, So everybody has, and you really can't, you could kind of talk garbage about somebody really, but it all comes together because everybody knows everybody, and everybody has, especially guys from Boston and New York, have their paperwork that tells you everything they did in every court proceeding. Yeah. And usually people look at that stuff, and that's how you're judged in the pecking order. But New York and Boston, great relationship, great camaraderie, great sport. We had so much, especially we hated each other in sports. Yeah. We're like, we're not even a Yankees. We're like, we're a Yankee hater before we're a Red Sox fan. But that's what kind of brought us together.
Okay.
Now, how long were you in jail for again?
27 years.
Okay. So since you've been out, what have been the most exciting things that you've done, wanted to do, still want to do? Like, because I feel like when you're away for that long, you're not experiencing the most basic things that we all kind of probably take for granted.
100%.
So like, what are some of the things that you have been doing and continue to do that you're just like, man, I missed out on this for 27 years?
And it's kind of like you would think there's grandiose ideas, but it's just really rudimentary stuff like solitude. I always say that I miss that the most because, go to a bar at night, right? Instead of tables, there's beds. That's what a jail is. You know what I mean? Right. So you can hear somebody open up a bag of chips. You can hear somebody talking to their friend. So to be in silence, right, is was like, I was reaching for that. I kind of wanted that. That was the thing I wanted most in my life was solitude, and I do have that now. I live alone. So that's really the greatest thing for me. Like I've got to travel. I've got to experience. I hate to say it, right? Because everybody's like, the cops. I had great success with my probation officer. They took a liking to me. The judge gave me a great opinion about me leaving probation 3.5 years early, really because they changed the law. Usually I got a one-word opinion, right? Denied, right? Yeah. Now she was like, your integration into society. So I had such great success that those are the things that have kind of made me feel great, made me feel a sense of accomplishment. Like, traveling to Colombia, I loved it. And I speak Spanish. I made some great connections with people out there. And people are like, why don't you go anywhere else? I made friends there.
Yeah.
So, and, I've kind of like used that momentum to kind of build off that. And when we go to traveling somewhere, we want to go to a beach, right? Picture if you can go to another country and like walk down streets and people know you and you've only been there like 8 times.
Damn.
Like, so plus
Colombian women, a Colombian 5 is a 10 everywhere else.
I mean, that too. I'm saying, so I'm a single man, right? And no children.
Johnny, I can't even imagine what's going on in your house.
No, not my house. No, my house is quiet. I go
out. You go on the way.
Solitude. My house is solitude.
That's true. That's right.
Solitude.
Yeah. You put a black light anywhere else, though, forget it.
No, forget it.
I can't even.
It's over.
I just can't even.
So check it out. Johnny Bart's going to be part of the Mob Wives Sit-Down Tour. That's going to be happening Thursday at City Winery. Get your tickets at citywinery.com. And when is the reality show or the book coming out?
So if everybody knows the movie Independence Day that Mark Wahlberg was in, so Dave Wedge wrote that book. And me and Dave Wedge are in talks right now about my book. He has all the stuff that I wrote. We're going to be taking a walk on a beach because he goes, that's where you're most comfortable. So we'll be doing that next week. So, I mean, things are happening. But for me, all of this is a hobby.
Right.
Right? social media. Like I just broke 40,000 followers on Instagram, right? Which is it's a milestone. It's great, but it's all a hobby to me. Right. I don't really do anything with it. I'm not like, we have to do this again. We have to do, it's just, I walk with a camera and just say what I feel. So for me, I think a lot of that, being genuine, like is people like that, so I think but I don't make money. Like I make a few dollars off like YouTube and Facebook, but nothing that I can live off.
When you're documenting just your life and you being you, that's when it's the most authentic and that's what people appreciate. If you're forcing it, people know. And you're not going to get a following that way. So you're doing something right.
Like Melissa cannot handle. She's documenting the fact that she can't handle it. She's going to be in the heat today in a tent.
Okay.
For the Sail Boston.
I asked her how she was getting there, by helicopter.
Yeah, exactly.
You go on the seaport.
Which goes to show.
I don't even take my car to town.
Right. Listen.
Which goes to show, out of the 3 of us, you would do the worst in jail.
Probably.
No, listen.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not saying I would do the best. I'm just saying I would do better than Melissa. All right, Johnny Bart, thank you for coming in, my friend.
Thanks, Johnny.
Pleasure.